My six-figure investment portfolio is officially verified. 4 years ago, I was still just a girl working 3 part-time jobs just to survive and to have a little extra money to slowly build my investment portfolio. Then, at 23 years old, I sold all of my stocks to buy my first condo, which has become a rental property. Now, almost 5 years after selling all of my stocks to buy that condo, I've built a six-figure stock portfolio again across my TFSA and RRSP. If I can do it, you can too, because I did not build this portfolio by chasing fast money, no day trading, no chasing hot stocks. What I focused on over the years is a much more passive and stress-free method. I prioritize consistency, stability, and long-term growth that actually feels sustainable. And that's why a big part of my portfolio is built with ETFs, and not just one ETF, but different types of ETFs that each serve a different purpose in my portfolio. So if you've recently watched my tutorial on how to read ETFs for beginners, this video is the part 2 of our ETF Investing for Beginners series. I will walk you through 1. The most important ETFs I own, 2. The purpose and investing goal of each ETF, and a beginner-friendly investing app that I use to invest and manage my ETFs on the go. So you are not just watching, you will be taking action too and applying what you learned today to go on your own wealth-building journey. Get your notebooks ready and hit the like button and let's dive in. This investing tutorial is brought to you by moomoo, a globally known investing platform. For the past 2 years, I've been using moomoo for my RSP, a registered retirement savings plan account, which is a tax advantage account I use for retirement planning. To help you understand the TFSA and RSP accounts and how to use them and why you should use them, let's quickly recap my investing philosophy, how to invest for beginners the Joyee Yang way. My investing goals are very straightforward. I want consistency and stability first so that I can stay confident when I put my money to work for me without panicking, without overthinking, and without having to keep checking my portfolio. So this is how I think. I use my tax-free savings account as my account for financial stability. This is my first portfolio where I pick long-term bullish assets that will grow steadily in the long run, such as ETFs that track the S&P 500. I'm also holding dividend stocks and ETFs that generate income for me while I hold for long-term growth. Because the TFSA lets us withdraw our money tax-free. So this is my go-to account if I ever need to sell my investments for a big purchase in the future, like another house, a wedding, or something major in life. Investment income and capital gains in a TFSA are generally tax-free, even when withdrawn. Then, after building more financial stability inside my TFSA, I start using my RRSP account, which is really meant for retirement planning. I see it as building a second portfolio with money that I do not plan to touch for many years, like 20 to 30 years, because inside the RRSP, your investment growth is tax deferred, which means you will only get taxed when you withdraw in the future. As long as you don't withdraw, capital gains are tax-free inside the RRSP. So I can treat my investments here with a much longer time horizon, and I'm more willing to increase my risk tolerance because of that. In other words, RRSP is my higher risk, higher return portfolio because I know I'll have more time to let those assets grow until I need the money for retirement. If you get the fundamental idea of my investing philosophy, share with me in the comments, what is your investing goal? And are you more conservative like me, or do you have a higher risk tolerance? So the first ETF that I always have on my watch list is for one of my top investing goals, generating income while investing. This ETF is VDY, Vanguard's FTSE Canadian High Dividend Yield Index ETF. This is basically a basket that holds all the best dividend stocks, including banks and utility companies in Canada. So this is my strategy to diversify into many dividend kings with just one ETF. And let's check how this ETF performs and how much we should get paid for holding it. So on our moomoo app, you can search VDY. The first thing I want my beginners to look at is the summary tab and scroll to the holdings. Before you buy an ETF, you should know what is actually inside the basket. For VDY, a big part of the portfolio is in financials, then energy, then utilities. So when I buy this ETF, I already understand that I'm mainly buying into the stronger dividend sectors in Canada. That matches my goal of stability and passive income. Now let's look at the chart. For investing, I always start with the 1-year chart, and I only use the line chart because I want a simple read. Then I toggle to the 5-year chart. Has this ETF been moving in a generally healthy direction? Can we clearly see a clean uptrend in the past 12 months to 5 years? No crazy ups and downs. What I also like about moomoo is the dividend section under the summary tab. It gives us a clean look at everything we need to know about this ETF's dividends. You can tap left and right to check the previous years. And for VDY, the dividends per share have been increasing every year from 2020 to 2025 and then dropped in 2026. Since we have broader economic impacts on the overall financial markets this year, but it's still early in the year and I believe the yield will increase in the future. I have a very detailed tutorial on how to read dividend stocks and dividend investing strategies, so if you comment dividend, I'll send you the link to watch for free. But the real key to investing isn't just picking good ETFs, it's consistency, and most people struggle with that. So another feature that beginner investors can benefit from is moomoo's auto invest function. A big reason why I was able to build my portfolio consistently is because I keep investing a portion of my paycheck, making automatic deductions that go straight into buying my main ETFs. If you don't have a lot of money upfront, that is completely okay because you can build your portfolio gradually, not in a lump sum. So on Moomoo, you can go into the ETF page, tap the 3 dots on the bottom right, and set up your auto buy schedule. This is a simple one-time setup that helps you stay consistent with your investing goal. And since I am investing into my ETFs for the long term, auto investing really helped me buy without overthinking. And with an all-in-one app on my phone, I can stay informed as an investor at all times, and it's free. Plus, for your individual stock research, you can also check the Wall Street analyst ratings under news on the stock page, and even their AI investing tools. So I like to do a quick search on my phone when I come across an investing idea or when my friends are discussing a stock. And if the stock is worth investing, I can also add it to my watch list. Overall, I like the convenience and how convenient it is to have a pocket-sized all-in-one investing platform. Personally, a big reason why I set up my RSP with Moomoo is because they don't charge currency conversion fees, even for instant exchanges. And commission fees are reasonably low. Right now, new users can enjoy 30 days of commission-free trading. For beginners who are looking for a convenient and low-cost investing platform to open your TFSA or RSP account, you can check out Moomoo through the link in my pinned comment and description. As a side note, I want to let you guys know that starting in June, Moomoo is hosting a trading competition, Canada's Top Trader, together with NASDAQ for 1 full month. Both new and existing users can join directly through my link, and the total prize pool is over 1 million Canadian dollars. The top 50% participants by return percentage will all receive rewards, and everyone has participation perks. You don't need to be trying to become some trading champion, but if you were already planning to begin investing, joining it basically means stacking an extra layer of perks on top. Also, Moomoo currently has a generous new user welcome bonus if you open through my link below. Either way, this is money you were likely going to allocate into investing sooner or later, so you may as well take the opening bonus while it's available. I left all the campaign details in the link below if you want to check it out. Now pay attention. The next type of ETFs I want to share with you are the most important to investors, especially if you want to keep investing simple. If VDY matches my goal of stability and passive income, these next ETFs match another very important goal of mine, which is long-term capital growth. The first ones I want to mention here are VOO and VFE, the most popular growth ETFs. Both of these ETFs track the S&P 500, which is basically a basket of the 500 largest public companies in the US. So when I buy these ETFs, I'm putting my money into companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Nvidia, and many other major companies that continue to drive the US economy. This is one of my favorite ways to invest for growth because I do not want the pressure of trying to guess which single stock will perform the best. I would rather buy the whole basket of the strongest companies and let them do the work for me. Now, between VOO and VFE, the biggest difference really is the currency. VOO trades in US dollars, VFE trades in Canadian dollars. So for my Canadian beginners, VFE can feel a lot more beginner friendly, especially if you're just starting with your TFSA and if you want to avoid dealing with currency conversion every time you invest. But either way, the purpose is the same. These ETFs are my core growth holdings. They are there to help my portfolio grow steadily over the long run by giving me exposure to the largest and strongest companies in the US stock market. ZQT is another growth ETF I have in my portfolio because it gives me a more globally diversified approach to growth. So instead of only focusing on the US market, ZQT helps me spread my money across different countries as well. This is important to me because even though I'm very bullish on the US market long term, I still don't want all of my growth to depend on just one country. So this is how I think about these three growth ETFs really simply. VOO and VFE are my direct way to invest in the S&P 500 and the strongest companies in the US. ZQT is my broader growth ETF that helps me diversify more globally. And this is also a good lesson for my beginners. Not every ETF in your portfolio needs to do the exact same job. Some ETFs are there for passive income, some are there for pure growth, and some are there to help you diversify your growth even more. Now, aside from these core growth ETFs, I also have one more ETF that reflects a very specific belief that I have about the future. And that's my AI-focused ETF, AIQ. I'm holding AIQ in my moomoo RSP account. I'm very bullish on the AI sector long term. But again, I do not want to put too much pressure on myself trying to guess which one single AI stock will win. And neither should you, because when we talk about AI, it's not just one company. There are many layers to this theme. You have chip makers, you have data center companies, the software companies, the cloud infrastructure names, and the IT businesses that are helping AI scale globally. So instead of trying to pick one or two names and hope I'm right, I use AIQ as my way to buy a basket of AI-related companies. This helps me diversify into the sector while still keeping my investing style simple. Now, I want to make one thing very clear. This is not the foundation of my portfolio. This is not the ETF that I rely on for stability. This is more of a higher-ish conviction growth position. Meaning, I own it because I personally believe AI will continue to grow to be one of the biggest long-term growth companies in the market. So this ETF matches the more growth-focused side of my portfolio, especially inside my RSP, where I'm more comfortable taking on higher risk for potentially higher long-term returns. And I also think this is an important lesson for my beginners. Not every ETF in your portfolio needs to be super broad. It's okay to have one ETF that reflects a specific long-term belief you have, as long as your portfolio foundation is still built on diversification first. So for me, AIQ is not my core. It is my specialized ETF for one sector that I want extra exposure to. So to summarize my portfolio, VOO and VFE are for core long-term growth through the S&P 500. ZQT helps me get broader global diversification, and AIQ is my more focused growth ETF because I'm bullish on the AI sector long term. Again, I recommend the TFSA for beginners who are building foundations for their portfolio first. Then the RRSP is useful when you have used all of your TFSA contribution limit, and more suitable for long-term growth assets that fluctuate more, such as tech stocks. If you take one thing from this video, set up your first auto investment today. It's pretty quick to open a moomoo account, and in most cases, you can get approved within about an hour. So you can get started right away. Moomoo honestly makes ETF investing way less overwhelming. You can instantly compare ETFs, break down their holdings, and access free Morningstar ratings all in one app, which makes researching investments so much easier. Every ETF in my portfolio has a job, and this is really the most important mindset and lesson today. You do not need to chase hot stocks. You do not need to make investing complicated. You just need to understand your goal for each part of your portfolio. Do you want growth? Do you want passive income? Do you want more stability? Do you want broader diversification? Once you understand that, choosing ETFs becomes so much easier. There's one more type of ETF that is important in my portfolio, and that's called money market ETFs. Currently, I'm holding BMO's ZMMK. This ETF has a very different purpose from everything else that I showed you in this video. I use this type of ETF specifically for parking my unused cash. I'm referring to the cash that's already in my TFSA but have not yet been invested. Instead of letting the cash sit there and do nothing, I want to temporarily park my cash at the money market ETFs because these ETFs act like our high interest savings accounts, but in the form of an ETF. You will get paid for holding these ETFs too, but they are certainly not for capital gains because the prices of these ETFs don't grow over time. I actually make a very detailed video explaining exactly how money market ETFs work, why I use them, and what beginner investors should know. So click this video over here to continue learning about money market ETFs. I'll see you in the next tutorial.